Okay. Hello and welcome to the live show of the pre-match of the fourth T20I between India and England. And we must say that India had a golden chance yesterday, to seal the series with another win.
Yesterday,
But
no,
England
before that.
came back. But England came back and now the series is poised at 2-1. And now with a win today, they actually might they make things more trickier for Team India. But Tushadi, first thoughts on that win, the way England played, especially we all knew that Nat Brand was not going to play, and right now she's totally ruled out of the series because of that injury. Obviously, she will make a comeback for the ODI series as the squad has been already announced. But for this T20 series, as of now, she is not there. But what is your view on that win and how you are looking to this match?
So first of all, I think we have always heard that women lead the way, right? So it is
Yes.
that is actually happening here. I'll tell you why. It's not only about us winning, the first match in England. It is not
Yes.
nothing but the fact that we are playing at Old Trafford first, and then the men's team is going to Old Trafford. So
Yes.
everywhere we are leading. Even the ads apparently says that. Can I mean before the first T20I, it said, "Can the women avenge the first test defeat?"
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
think both the teams have done well. First, I'll speak about the Nat Brand injury. I do think that it's less of an injury and more of a hoax called work. I mean, it's more of a hoax for workload management, because
Mm-hmm.
if it's that serious, then it's not like there is a huge gap between the T20I series and the ODI series. So if she is back for the ODI series, and I won't be surprised, Neashish, if she bowls in the ODI series. So if that's
Mm-hmm.
the case, then I don't see how somebody who's injured can actually bowl in an ODI series. And as I said, I think the fact that Charlotte Edwards had mentioned during the West Indies series that she's not going to bowl in T20I, she's going to bowl in ODIs, because this is a ODI World Cup year, and understandably so, that you are giving more importance to ODIs. But then again, I mean, it would have been better if they just said that, we are doing workload management. But yeah, about that, I think what, again, last match, what kind of um, worried me was not the fact that we lost. It's fine, you win some, you
Yes.
lose some. But the fact
Mm-hmm.
that, again, in say, for example, tough situation where we should have won, it was 49 runs of 42 balls and you lost.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that is the kind of situation that you will get in semifinals and finals of whichever World Cup, ODI World Cup, T20I World Cup. And this has been our problem. This is where we are not winning tournaments. Snehashish, I've been talking to a lot of people, and first of all, I would love to say the way Indian women's team have been spoken about in England is so refreshing. They know more about the Indian women's team, and not only the current Indian women's team. They know about Diana Dulci, they know about Shanta Rangaswamy, Mithali and Jhulan, of course. I mean, Mithali and
Yes.
Jhulan, I would still say that it does not surprise me much. But of course, Diana Dulci, Shanta Rangaswamy, that does surprise me. Um, so they know a lot. They look up to the team a lot, because they are saying, what, great things are happening to Indian women's cricket team. But again, that question turns up, that why aren't you guys winning the cup? And it has been a
Mm.
problem. It has been a problem since 2005, then 2017, that we reached that mark. See, 2005, you can still understand that the infrastructure wasn't great. 2017, again, same thing. But now you can't just reach the finals, reach the important moments. We are still not winning the important moments, which we had easy wins, I would say, in the first two games, which is fantastic. You walked over a team like England, great. But when you were tested, you still turned out in the second place. I mean, that is a little worrying as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. But Tushadi, as you mentioned that at one stage we were in that game. We were definitely with that game, especially with the batting to come up
70%
after
in the
Jemima
game.
Rodriguez and
I think
yes.
the first England partnership, batting partnership,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then when we started losing the way, those two phases were won by England. Rest of it was all
Yes.
India.
Exactly. But do you think that England bowlers bowled pretty well in the death, or Just the batters didn't execute the slower ball, didn't understand how to go against the slower ball and the variation. Because Lauren Filler didn't bowl slower, she was super fast. She was damn fast. But the other Lauren Bale and others use those slowers. But I think that create a lot of issue for the girls. What do you say?
I think yes, a bit of that, but also a bit of the fact that somehow when it's 49 runs or 42 balls,
Mhm.
you don't or that is what we have been taught for over the years, that you don't generally start thinking or playing the way you would do if there were 70 runs or 42 balls. I thought there were
Point.
one too
Mhm.
many shots played for no apparent reason. Slower balls, put in gaps, getting 2 runs they're anyway going to win you. I mean, think of this: 42 balls, a run of every single ball in anyway takes you to 42. There will be
Yes,
boundaries because the long. I mean, everybody has been saying just take it deeper, take it deeper, and I don't think
yes,
India did that well. Um,
yes,
be it Harman, be it Amanjot, everyone was trying to hit the big six. Sure, I mean they can hit the ball. It will be a joke if I say that Amanjot or Harman cannot hit sixes. But my question is, when singles and doubles can win you, and you win the series
exactly.
and make a statement, a bold statement, that you're defeating England in England 3-0.
Yes,
After that, even
absolutely.
if you win 2 matches, it does not matter. You have
Doesn't
won the
matter.
first 3 games, you have won the series, and you have killed the series for them. But you don't do it because you're looking to hit sixes. I just think it's extremely poor execution. We need to
Mhm.
bat better.
Absolutely. And Cosmics here saying the same thing. India didn't play slower ball well. They just want to smash the ball hard. I think that is the point that Trishadi mentioned. But moving on, Trishadi, obviously, I think we have to talk separately about Lauren Fila. I think the pace that she is generating, I think that is quite astonishing. And Trishadi, how do you see? Because in women's cricket, we all know that you get very rare players, with that kind of pace. So for a team like India or some other countries, it is very difficult to get accustomed with that pace. So how do you prepare for that? What do you think?
Sorry, just can you repeat the question? There was a
No,
bus here. I couldn't.
yes, no. What I am saying that for team like India and others, it's very difficult to find talents like Lawrence Miller who will come and bowl at you at that pace in needs to get prepared yourself. So how do you think that teams like India will prepare against that kind of pace?
As of now, your best way is to get your male throwers to bowl faster
Hmm.
at you. Use their arm strength to get those balls, because I think Filer was generating very good pace.
Very, very.
Honestly, apart from the fact that it was against us, I was pretty happy with the pace. Uh, but yeah, I think that's your first things first. And then also, when you're back home, you can get bowling machines to adjust the pace.
Hmm.
So I don't think adjusting the pace would be the other thing which can be done. Could be tennis ball and get it to
Tennis ball.
bounce very
Yes.
close to you so that it gets that speed.
Extra bounce.
So
Extra bounce
all
and
that is
pace.
extremely important. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And Trishati, one more. I think there is a concern. Obviously, Priti Mandana played brilliantly in that first match. Nothing to say about that. But next two match, same kind of delivery, same kind of dismissal. So that's the worrying part. That's a new region has come up for her.
It's nothing new. I mean, Smriti plays like that.
Mm,
Unfortunately, for all the good work she does, I'm sorry, but she's not consistent enough. I
mm.
mean, I know Smriti Mandana fans. In fact, I have been called so many names by Smriti Mandana and Harmanpreet fans, and it does not matter because unfortunately their actions say so. I can't help it. The way Smriti started, you expected Smriti to go on and just completely go on a rampage against England bowlers. And I don't have a problem if she fails. I just have a problem with the fact that she does not learn quickly enough. And I have repeated this over and over again, that if there is a certain problem where she gets stuck, it's almost a year or so that she takes to get over it. So yeah, I think Short ball will be a problem. Short ball bowled fast at the body will
Mm.
always be a problem because Smriti is always tempted to take that on. And, mind you, she's a fantastic puller of the ball. So I understand the temptation. But then again, at times, maybe she has to calculate. I do feel she has to calculate the height better and how close it is to her body because that is where I think she makes the mistakes.
Absolutely. And when we talk about the short balls, I think it is quite evident that England know when Shefali Verma is out there, you just go and bowl short balls. Uh, and she has looked very vulnerable in short balls. I'm saying I know that she scored some runs in the last match, but I think it was the most scratchiest innings that she has played in her career because all the short balls she was going for the hard shot and it was taking ages and someone and I think Lauren Bell took a blinder, but somehow she managed to cross the boundary line. That is why that the ball went for boundary. But the same problem again and again, and so far Shefali Verma has look that good, Shadi, in this tour.
Since we are talking about short balls, I'll come to Shafali Verma because I have a PhD on that. But still, I will say India versus short ball from quicks in this series. Obviously,
Hmm.
short balls from spinners are never going to worry us.
Yes.
But from quicks, they have scored 95 runs of 73 balls, 5 dismissals at an average of 19, strike rate of 130.13. So clearly the short ball has worked against us because you
Hmm.
have been able to lure us to hit and
Yes.
top age it. I think that's an issue. While I'm not saying that you move away from the short ball, probably we have to choose the ball better. And as far as Shafali is concerned,
Exactly.
I do think that before the first game, I had said in Trent Bridge, Smriti Mandana and Shafali Verma had an extended session of chasing short balls. I mean,
Hmm.
throwdowns again, and
Devashishda
it's
was
very
shocked.
important.
Devashishda was
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah, Devashida was shocked, and Devashida actually said that they were batting well, and that's true. They were batting well, but I do think that somewhere in the match they get caught up with between which ball to actually hit, which ball to leave, especially in T20Is because it's always one ball wasted for them because both of them I don't think both of them are very quick runners between the wickets that they can just tap and go
Hmm.
running.
Run for.
So
Hmm.
maybe we are a lot more dependent on boundary, and hence this is a problem because see Shafali has scored tons of runs in domestics and she always will because you're barely going to get bowlers who are going to bowl that shot to you and at that pace that
Yes.
that is going to take you by surprise. So I think there's a long way to go, but unfortunate part is I think for Shafali, the unfortunate part is this was a comeback innings, and this could have opened the door for her for the ODI World Cup. You never know. With Pratika, Pratika too will be exposed to some of this stuff in the ODI series. If she handles
Hmm.
it well, definitely different stuff.
Yes.
But if she didn't, then Shafali had a chance if she made a statement by batting well. But unfortunately, that has not happened.
Absolutely. I think these two matches, remaining two matches, will be very very crucial for Shefali Verma to have a little chance in the ODI series. But Tushadi, what's on Tammy Bowman, the stand-in skipper of England? I think she looked good. She looked good the way she changed her bowlers and obviously the inclusion of Charlie Dean. We are talking about in the pre-match live also. She did pretty well and that catch was fantastic. I think it was Richa Ghos's catch. I think and that was a fantastic catch.
Yeah, somebody had given that catch and written, "No, you can't do that, Charlie Dean." So, uh, but I think, yeah, as you said, Tammy Buman looked much better the part as a captain than Natsivar Brand did in these few games. I do think that Silverbrandt as a captain has a long way to go, but Tammy Beaumont has looked superb, as a leader. I thought the way she rotated the bowlers, the way she placed the fields, and the way she was calm when the game
Hmm.
was actually running away with the Indian team,
Yes.
at and I repeat, with 7 overs to go, the game was India's. And if
Yes.
you did look at Tammy Beaumont's face, you would see that she was still calm. She still had her plans on. She was still thinking. She had not given up. At times, I feel that Nat Silverbrand under pressure becomes something like Smriti does. Under pressure, they fall
Mhm.
for it. Under pressure, they can't come up with proactive decisions. But having said that, I did think that first game Smriti was very good as a captain.
Mm.
She's improving. Similarly, I feel Nat will improve, but Tammy Beaumont is doing a superb job as a standing captain. And today, and even in the next game, she's the standing captain. So I think India should be ready to get
Lead
that
by it.
that proactive leader there.
Mhm. Yes, absolutely. But when we're talking about the England stand-in skipper, we have to talk about our skipper also. One question, Trishadi. In the last game, we all knew that if you can remember from the West Indies series that is happening against Daniel to bring in a spinner and she will get out. That is for sure. It is happening again and again. Against West Indies, it happened. In the past two T20s, it happened, and India did that. But suddenly in the last game, they didn't. They continued with the pacers in the first 6 overs, and eventually England batters didn't lose the wicket. They managed to get that fantastic start for the first wicket. So is that a trick mixed by India? That's a known trick that you can bring in your spinners and then you can get easy more chances to get that wicket of Daniel.
Absolutely, I think it was a trick missed by India, but I won't blame Harman alone because there's a coach, there are a number of people because it's right in the beginning. If you were telling me about number 4, 5, I would still say that, oh, you know what, Harman should have taken a call, but it's the opening stand and you have been doing it. It's not like it's
Mm.
something new. You have not been doing it. You have
Yes.
been, you brought a spinner, you got her wicket, you have been doing it. What exactly happened that you needed to change? I don't know if you wanted to test your pacers, but I'm not
Mm.
100% sure that when you're 2-0 up and trying to seal the series, what is there to test the pacers? But I'm sure they had a certain plan in mind, which absolutely did not work, and there was no reason for them to go and change a plan which is working. But again, I have always said that, see, Harman is a very good batter, maybe as a batting leader, but yeah, as a leader, Herman in almost a decade of her captaincy, because I remember she took up the T20I captaincy after the 2016 T20I World Cup. And it's almost 2026. I'm sorry, but even if people abuse me, even if people tell me that she has won two WPLs with Mumbai Indians, I don't see Harmanpreet, I don't think is a very good captain. Which is where I feel, in T20Is, it's high time you make Smriti Mandana the captain, because your T20I World Cup, and I'm talking strictly about T20Is, because in the T20I World
Exactly.
Cup is next year. So Smriti will get that much time to get settled in. Whereas Harman is perfectly fine as a captain for the ODI World Cup, because right now, 1.5, 2 months before the World Cup, it's absolutely nonsense to change the captain, and I'm sure they're
Correct.
not going to change. But T20I, you have to look beyond Herman, not only because of the captaincy factor, but also because of the fact that if you look back and see how many games has Herman now missed, and injuries are
Yes.
something that she does not control for sure. So the knee is bothering. I'm sure there was a problem. That's why she didn't come. There was a concussion. That's why she missed the first T20I. Overall, I would say, give the T20I captaincy to Smriti Mandana. Give her that time to settle in. If you give it
Exactly.
after the ODI World Cup, or if you give it closer to the T20I World Cup, I think it's absolutely unfair then to expect Smriti to do superbly well in a World Cup. World Cup is no joke.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't say that, okay, India is fantastic. I mean, think of this. India has been superb in ODIs this year. But can you randomly say that they're going to win the World Cup? Yes, they'll be favorites. It's a subcontinent pitch. It's our home ground. We are favorites. Done. But can you promise me that we are going to lift the World Cup? You can't, right? So it's the same thing. The format can be all yours, but unfortunately, World Cup is a completely different kind of a tournament, and you need to give Smriti that time to settle in as a leader.
Absolutely, and I think as you mentioned that this might be the right time because I think near about 1 year left for that World Cup, and I think 1 year, I think enough time for a captain to settle down and obviously to have a settled team under her. So I think maybe something will happen, but we have to check that. But moving on to Ishadi, the last discussion before moving on to the comments. Tushadi, we were discussing that India might try to chase down the target after batting first, but right now in this series, whoever batting first winning the match. So now today's prediction only win the toss and opting to bat first.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, because there are no other options here. But also, I do think that you had the chase under control. It's not like you were
Yes.
completely gone off the game. So I would say, why not try and
Unlike
chase
England,
once more?
England were completely out of the chase in both the games.
Absolutely, I think that's the point. But also, I would like India to maybe seal the series today and then
Yeah,
try
exactly.
chasing one more, because it's very important that in these conditions India learns how to chase and does chase it down, because it was in Lords that we had what 9 runs left of 6 balls or something, which we didn't chase in 2017. I mean, these games should be won. We cannot fold under pressure over and over again. It's almost a decade that's happening. We have to now do better. And the and if you
Absolutely.
actually see the Indian team, you cannot believe that this team can actually fold under pressure, because Richa Ghosh
Hmm.
has been playing blinders. She has been absolutely brilliant. I would love to see her finish the job, but she has been absolutely, absolutely brilliant. Pooja is asking
Absolutely.
when.
What is when?
I don't know.
Okay, if she is asking when is the live is happening. Already 21 minutes happened. Okay. Okay, now moving on to the comments. Some comments
Oh, I
before
know
we
what is
wrap
she
up.
asking, because I think India has lost the toss again.
Oh, okay, okay, maybe yes. That might be the reason.
And England have opted to bat first.
Ah, bad. Okay, okay. 2-2,
You
guys.
get another chance to chase.
Yeah, series decider, guys. 2-2.
So England's team is here: Sophia Dunkley, Daniel Wyatt Hodge, Alice Capsey, Tammy Beaumont, Amy Jones, Paige Schofield, Sophie Kilston, Easy Wong, Charlotte Dean, Lauren Filer, Lauren Bell. So no changes. And why would you change a winning combination
Yes.
anyway?
Mm, yes.
Today,
And for
two
India
playing
also, I
11s
think
have been announced.
IND-W.
Two England playing
Yeah.
11s have been announced.
Yes. England also have announced they are playing for the Lord States. So that is what. Okay.
Yeah, let's
Shubham
take
was
some
saying.
comments before the Indian one comes in.
Okay. Okay, Shubham, where are you guys? Yeah.
Huh? Oh, because
Uh,
we started late.
yeah.
Sorry, guys, I was
Late.
there in the practice, so I had to come back, and I just wanted to freshen up a little.
Yes. Prince of World saying hello, guys. Hello, Prince of World. Okay. Um, Prince of World saying, Kishadi, please tell about that 56 of 49 innings. I think it's Sweetie Mandana's innings that he's talking about.
She was brilliant. I think she was brilliant, and but again, when you are the mainstay, then you I think you have to go on. And when she
Yes.
scored the first 100, I mean, not the first 100, of course, first T20I 100, but she had said this, that I keep getting out on in 50s, 60s, 70s. And Radha asked me to score 100, so maybe we should
Yes.
request Radha Yadav to go and speak to her again. That, you know what, we didn't ask you for 1 century. Go ahead and do it every day.
Okay. Pavan Shuresh. Hi. Hi, Pavan. Okay.
This is the only thing that's a constant in my life. Pavan Suresh coming and saying hi in every show.
Sun rises from east and Pavan Shuresh says hi. Two constant things in one. Okay. Cosmic here. How can India lose last match? Unfortunately, Cosmic here.
You didn't watch the match? That's how India lost the match. Okay, let me read
Okay.
out the India 11. Smriti
Okay.
Mandana,
Okay.
Shafali Verma, Jemima Rodriguez, Harmanpreet Kaur, Richa Ghosh, Amanjot Kaur, Deepti Sharma, Radha Yadav, Arundhati Reddy, Sneha Rana, Sri Charanya. No changes, which is thankfully very good.
Yes, very, very good to see that India also are going to sticking with the same playing 11 despite the result. Thank you so much, Prince of World. Will India clinch win today to seal the series? Hopefully, hopefully. Because what I think that a loss here will make things very tricky. I think then England will be a very tough task to defeat in the last game.
Yeah, because the
Okay,
pressure will be more.
Priyanshu saying, Tushadi, belated happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I was actually coming back, and there were a few people who actually came and said, Trisha, it was your birthday yesterday. We watched Rev Sports. Happy birthday. And yeah, I mean, Sharmishta ji said, oh my God, you have got so many fans. But we have got fans in Rev Sports. That's the point. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. And in fact, good that you took this comment. I think yesterday in all the lives, because Borja was continuously mentioning that it was my birthday. I got a lot of wishes. Couldn't obviously personally thank people,
Hmm.
but thank you so much, guys, for all the wishes.
Yo. Okay, Principal saying, I think in the last match, Jemima Rodriguez's wicket was a key. Obviously.
Jemima's wicket will always be the key, but I do think that we still had Amanjot Kaur and Harmanpreet Kaur. You still had your captain, in the crease.
Yes.
We could have
Okay,
won that.
Cosmic here has come up with a very good observation. Smriti, before her wicket, wasted 10 balls in 10 balls. She just hit a bounder and rest all 9 balls at dogs.
That's how she puts pressure on herself always. Snehaji, how many times you and I have discussed that very good shots of Smriti Mandana go straight to the fielder and the pressure builds up. She tries to go for an expensive shot, and then that is the reason I think the key would be to work on her running between the wicket, because look, there will be days when Smriti will hit ridiculously good
Hmm.
shots and she'll get
Yes,
hundreds.
yes.
Like batting is the easiest business possible. But there will be days when she'll be stuck. That is when, out of 10 balls, if she had rotated the strike, then that pressure wouldn't have been there and probably that expensive shot wouldn't come.
एब्सोल्युटली ओके कॉस्मिक शेयर बोल रहे हैं मैं यहाँ 2 ढाई बजे तक देखा कि आप जीत रहे फिर जाते जाते मूड खराब कर ओके
ऐसा बिल्कुल
कॉस्मिक
मेरे साथ
शेयर
भी हुआ, क्योंकि क्या होता रहता है ना कि सुबह से मेंस टीम कवर कर रहे हैं, फिर विमेन्स टीम भी
हाँ
कवर कर रहे हैं, एंड ये मैं कंप्लेन नहीं कर रही, बट मैं ये बोल रही हूँ कि मैच जीत रहे, एंड देन सडनली यू लूज एंड यू आर लाइक नॉट फेयर.
तो ये कॉस्मिक से बोले शी वाज bowling at same pace of NK नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी आई
Yeah,
थिंक ही
yeah,
इज टॉकिंग अबाउट
absolutely. I think she was
लॉरेंस मिलर
brilliant. She was breathing fire, actually breathing fire. Someone after Shabnim Ismail was bowling that at that speed. I would actually like Sneha for her to be more consistent. Then she can be a threat like
यस
Shabnam Ismail is.
हम्म
And
ओके
suddenly you have
कॉस्मिक
someone like her with the new ball, and Lauren Bell within her limitations does well. And Lauren Bell, because of her height, gets that bounce going. I think it could be a very good new ball attack, solid new ball attack.
And I think Lauren Bell's slowers have been brilliant. I think the way
Oh
she
yeah.
has
Oh,
executed those slowers have been brilliant.
very interesting. I would actually like to know how did she get those slowers going, because
Master.
they're, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because she's deceiving the ball so well. Oh, it's brilliant.
ओके कॉस्मिक से सिंह तुषा जी इंडिया को रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट इंप्रूव करनी पड़ेगी मनजोत और जेमी के अलावा करंट 11 में कोई पॉजिटिव रनिंग नहीं करता है जहां दो आना चाहिए नहीं
Yeah,
आता है
I mean, I will disagree a little. I think three names: Harman, Amanjot, and Jimmy.
यस ओके अच्छा कॉस्मिक से बोल रहे हैं सब विंबलडन जा रहे हैं आज बुमराह गए हैं अच्छा ठीक है अच्छा इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल गया
आज बुमराह गया, आज बुमराह and Sanjana were there. Yeah, but it's a thing. If you are in London Cosmic Sphere, people go to Wimbledon. I
यस
want to. If I get time, I will.
Yes. Okay, Rama Bantu Ji is here and he's saying, can you guys please post Jemima's guitar session happened at High Commission Office, London yesterday? Sorry, we can't.
We'll get copyright, sir. Channel बंद हो जाएगा.
Yes. Okay, he's also saying Smriti Mandana is highly unpredictable. Sometimes she plays like a world class player, and other times she plays like a below ordinary, not below ordinary
See,
player.
this is what, this is where I get into that whole discussion, that if you are genuinely that greatest player, you won't be this inconsistent. But it is what it is.
Yes. Okay. Now, I was highly shocked to see India and women losing that last match after a super play in the first 10 overs. Yes.
Why first 10
Was
overs?
shocked.
You have 49 runs
14.
from
Yes.
42 balls with 9 wickets in hand. How do you lose that?
Yes. Okay. Okay. ओके कॉस्मिक से पूछ रहे स्नेहा ना भी सिक्स मार सकती है अमनजोत की जगह स्नेहा को भेजना चाहिए था लास्ट मैच में स्नेहा तो मार तो सकती है भाई मार तो
नहीं नहीं,
सकती है ये
मार
तो
तो
मुझे
सकती है,
ट्यूशन
उसमें
को
मैं
मालूम
करने हिला
मालूम
रही
है
हूँ मैं। हाँ, उसे मारा तो था, बट
हाँ हाँ
मैं सर इसलिए हिला रही हूँ कि देयर नो प्रॉब्लम इन सेंडिंग अमनजोत इज प्लेइंग इन द राइट ऑर्डर ओनली. She could not convert it. I think it did not work last game. अभी क्या ही बोल सकते हैं.
यस ओके रामा बंटू जी का एक रिक्वेस्ट है त्रिशा दी आपसे
मैं गिटार नहीं बजा सकती. ओ अच्छा. नहीं, मैं बजा सकती हूँ पर आप सुन नहीं सकते. मैं तो बजा दूंगी पर आप सुन नहीं पाओगे.
ओके प्रिंस ऑफ वर्ल्ड का भी बिलेटेड हैप्पी बर्थडे विश आया है
थैंक यू सो मच.
ओके
थैंक यू प्रिंस ऑफ वर्ल्ड. प्रिंस ऑफ वर्ल्ड, आप और जो प्रिंस से मैं मिली थी आउटसाइड हेडिंगली, आप दोनों प्रिंस सेम हो क्या? हैं? There was somebody who messaged me in Twitter, and his name is also Prince, and we met. So I'm not
ओ
sure if they are the same people.
Okay, okay. Ramaji has a suggestion. I want Radha Yadav in the playing 11 always because the intensity with which she plays in every match is superb. She always tries to give her 100% in bowling, fielding, and batting. Agree, Tisha? With the kind of bowling, do you
But
see her getting
in
regular
place
chance?
of no, but in place of who?
Hmm.
Because Shrikarani is doing well, so you
Yeah,
can't really put her out of the team. Um, no, I don't see Radha coming in. Maybe if we win the series, I'm telling you again, if we win the series today, maybe in the 50-20I, but otherwise, I don't see her coming in.
absolutely.
And it was very
Okay,
clear,
last.
Rakesh, when somebody comes in as injury replacement and is not in the squad from the beginning, you know that that person is not your first choice in the playing 11.
Yes. Okay, कॉस्मिक से बोले राधा यादव मुझे जाडेजा जैसे ही लगती है हाँ काइंड ऑफ सिमिलरिटी तो है
Jadeja better batter, I would say.
हाँ ये Okay, नहीं प्रिंसिपल बोला है नो आई एम इन माय हाउस ओनली बट आई वुड लाइक टू मीट यू वन डे ओके ओके
ठीक
सो देयर
है.
इज अनदर प्रिंस
Yeah, there are too many princes in this world.
ओके लास्ट कमेंट आदेश कुमार चौधरी बोल रहे हैं स्मृति मंदाना इज ग्रेट प्लेयर बट इंग्लैंड विल कम बैक स्ट्रॉन्गर ओके लेट्स सी ओके
Stronger
ठीक है
than
तुझे
what they did last match, then they will win the series. Though.
ओके तुझे बिफोर रैपिंग अप प्रेडिक्शन
England will get 150 to 160,
ओके
and India will chase it down. I feel.
Done. So,
India will win the
according to
series.
Tushadi, India will seal the series today. And that is the hope for me and other fans also that India should win this game.
Yeah,
But
Team India
obviously,
should give me a belated birthday gift by winning the series.
point. So Team India now has a responsibility to fulfill. Okay.
No,
Okay.
added
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
pressure.
Okay, thank you, Tushari. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. We'll definitely back for the fifth T20I. But before that, obviously the match will end around 2:30 IST. So we'll come up with a report, and obviously a video will come tomorrow from the match from an angle. So that is for now. Thank you for joining in, and let's meet before the fifth T20I. Thank you so much.